Hello everyone, this is Derek with Corex Training, and today we're going to talk about backup guns. Not this kind of backup gun, but backup competition guns. You can see on the top there, that is the JP5, that is my primary competition PCC. On the bottom here is what I call my backup gun. So if you're driving 30 minutes down the road to a local competition, level 1 club match, and your gun breaks, it's not really a big deal. You can just kind of go home. But if you're going to nationals, you're spending hundreds or thousands of dollars, traveling hundreds of miles, you should bring two guns. Things can and do break. I've seen it, and in fact, it has happened to me. Ideally, your backup gun will be identical to your primary. As you can see here, that is not the case. The JP5s are expensive, and they are a long lead item if you want any sort of customization done. So eventually I will buy another JP5, but in the interim, with some major matches coming up and have just happened over the past year, I needed a backup gun. So what did I do? Well, I think I came up with kind of a clever solution here. And the best part is I didn't spend a lot of money. So just separate these two here. The lower is actually on a 5.56 AR-15 lower. I have the same stock and the same grip as the JP5, so in that regard the ergos feel the same. It's a different trigger, but it's a good trigger. It's a trigger I'm familiar with. And then what makes it all work is actually this insert from Stern Defense, which will turn any 5.56 AR lower into a 9mm AR lower. This is for Glock pattern mags because that is the big thing you want to have the same, right? You want to have the same magazines because then you can use the same belt. So I could use my MP5 as a backup gun, but different mags, different belt, that's a lot of logistics, whereas this just uses Glock pattern magazines, and it's hard to do on camera, and then saves me a lot of time and headache. So any AR lower that you already have, you can turn into a Glock pattern lower with the Stern Defense adapter. It also has a last round bolt hold feature. So that's kind of nice. And then as far as the upper is concerned, this is just an inexpensive upper. You know, there are so many stores out there that run sales. So I got this as a barreled upper for a couple $100. I already had the JP bolt and buffer system for 9mm from a previous build. And just had a couple of extra optics lying around, mounted them up, slapped them on there. So all in all, for me anyway, you have to buy all the parts over the years, but as far as the new expenditure, I was out about $400 or $500 on this build versus $3,500 for a new JP5. So in the meantime, this is actually a really nice gun. Between the JP captured bolt, the JP captured spring. This is one of the heavier ones. The recoil on it is pretty good. So that's what I am doing for my backup gun. Of course, if you have a handgun, it's much easier to transport two of those than two rifles. But when I attend a major match, I always have a backup gun. So if you compete, do you have a backup gun? Is it exactly the same as your primary? Thanks for watching.